Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So camping and Blackstones go hand in hand. So our first night camping here at this beautiful campground. What's on the menu, you might ask? Well, let me show you. I got a beautiful flap steak that I'm searing wonderfully and perfectly on my 17-inch Blackstone. Doesn't that look beautiful? And once that's cooked up beautiful and pink in the middle, prep work is always the best. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a little steak salad. I'm going to slice that steak real nice, but I prepped up some cucumbers. We have a little cilantro here, some spinach, some tomatoes, some arugula, carrots, and red onion. I sliced it all up and prepared it beforehand, and we'll make a couple salads. We'll slice up the steak real nice and thin like, lay it on there. I got some salad dressing in the refrigerator. I'll drizzle that across there. Beautiful, light, tasty, and fragrant salad on our first night. Just because you're camping doesn't mean it has to be bad food. Good food's easy with the Blackstone. So let's go back over here and check her out. Oh yeah, that is looking really good. All right, I think I'm gonna turn off the heat and I'm gonna let it rest a little while longer because I think it's a little raw in the middle. A little bouncy right there. I think the ends are probably done. We'll check back in a few minutes. All right, well here's our beautifully cooked flap steak. And what I want to do is I want to cut it with the grain, and the grain's going this way, so I'm going to cut it in half and then slice it thin. And I think while this is resting a little bit, I'm going to prepare my salads. Now my wife wanted arugula, so I'm going to put a little bit of arugula down on the plate. I want some spinach. Now spinach leaves are awfully big and I like to be able to bite them, so I usually break them up a little bit, which bruises them and doesn't make them look as attractive, but I tell you what, I like being able to eat them. So if they don't look as pretty as they could, forgive me. But there's a nice little bed. You want more arugula?
No, that's fine.
Okay, so there's a nice little bed of spinach and a nice little bed of arugula. We got a couple of tomatoes here. I'm just gonna slice real quick in half. And I'm going to try to make a little presentation here. A little bit of carrot, like this. And we got some cucumber. My favorite cucumber. Oh my. I might want just a little bit more cucumber
That's good for
than
me.
anything else. And I've got some beautiful red onion. Now with onions, sometimes less is more. So I'm just gonna put a little bit right here like this. And a little bit right here like this.
cilantro.
Did you want cilantro on there?
Yeah.
All right.
Just rip it up
Well, the little
as best you can.
the cilantro is a funnier one. I think it adds a lot of flavor. Just gonna give it a rough cut because I've already messed up my cutting board. But I am gonna pull it off these big stems. Nobody wants to eat that trunk. But just a little bit of this and a little bit of this, a little freshness. That's all it is. All right, slice this in half, and look at that, beautifully cooked, juicy. All right, so we're gonna cut it against the grain, nicely thin. And I can't help myself. Gotta say, that's pretty good. And then we're just gonna lay the steak gently across, like this. Very nice little piece right there. That, like that, and like that. And every good cameraman at least deserves a piece of meat. What do you think? Okay.
You can put a little more meat over here.
Sure can.
Don't skimp it out.
There we go. And we have a whole nother piece over here that I can cut later on.
Okay.
Alright, I gotta wipe my hands, and then I gotta run inside and get some dressing to drizzle over it. We have a ranch and an Italian. So I'm gonna bring one of each out, and we'll have choices. Originally my idea was to put honey mustard dressing on this. We picked up the wrong stuff. We kind of got the sauce, but I came up with this crazy idea. We have ranch, which is a really good dressing in itself. We also have Italian, but what I did was I put a little ranch down there and drizzle a little bit of the honey mustard St. Pete sauce, and I gotta say, it tastes pretty damn good. So I'm gonna make a little bit more, and I'm gonna drizzle that on. So I'm making my own honey mustard.
Is it really good?
Yeah, taste it. I was just corrected that this is not ranch but coleslaw dressing, but in any event, I mixed a little bit to taste it, and it was really good. This came out really good. Fantastic.